Hi everyone, it's Miss Anderson, your school librarian again, here to check in with your Big Six lesson and review any of the steps that you have gone over throughout this lesson. So as you remember, the purpose of this lesson was to explore the Big Six research model. As you explored the videos and the handouts, you learned about the Big Six research model and the 6 steps that go into it. You also learned how this model helps you organize your research. It helps you create quality questions to give your research a purpose or a focus, and it helps guide you when you complete your own research on the topic of your choice in the library next week. The lesson handout that I provided you had all 6 steps of the Big Six process within the handout, and then in the middle it had additional helpful links to help you throughout each step of the process. So the first one had questions to ask yourself throughout each step of the Big Six process. This is a helpful thing for when guiding your thinking throughout each step and kind of giving you prompts to what you can think about to help guide your research. The second one is a writing organizer to help you organize your information within each step. This will be helpful when you actually come into the library to start your research and help you know kind of what you need to write down within each step. The third one is a writing checklist to help you evaluate your project as you complete it. So this will be all after everything is done. The fourth one is a handy web guide for searching the internet for information. This one helps think through good quality resources that you can use for your research because remember, everything on the internet is not always true. And the last helpful link was definitions and additional links for each step of the process to give you additional guidance if you need. So, the Big Six is a research model that you've been going over. So I'm going to review each steps in the Big Six process to help guide your thinking. So step 1 is task definition. This is where you're going to define what your research is going to be about. You can ask yourself, what do you want to learn? What problem do you want to solve? Or what kind of information do I need? So this one is going to give your research a purpose. So step 2 refers to information seeking strategies. Here's where you're going to actually start looking for the sources that you're going to use to begin your research. So you can ask yourself, what can I use to find information? Are you going to use books? Are you going to use encyclopedias? Are you going to use the library database or just general websites on the internet? What resources are good quality and reliable? That web guide will help you in this question. So which resources are good quality? Because remember, anybody can put anything on the internet, but you want resources that are from experts within the topic of your choosing. And then which resources can help me answer my questions? Does this source have a lot of information about your topic, or does it only have a little bit? If it doesn't have enough, it's probably not going to be the best to help you answer your question. The main purpose of this step is to find your good research sources that you can use to begin looking for information. Step 3 refers to location and access. Where are you going to find quality sources and how are you going to access the information that you find? So does the website or book have information that helps you learn about your question? Remember, if it only has a sentence or 2 about your topic, that's probably not going to be enough to use for your research project. Or does this website or book help me solve my problem? If it has information on an additional part of your topic, but not the part that answers your question, it's probably not going to be a good research source. So the main purpose of this step is to pick out materials that will help you with your research. So you want ones that have enough information, good quality information, and that can help you solve your problem. Step 4 is when you actually begin researching. This is when you've found sources and you start engaging with the information. So you're going to read the articles that you found. You're going to watch the videos that on your topic or to answer your question. You're going to listen to interviews, or sometimes you might have the ability to touch 3D models that relate to your question depending on what your topic is. So then you're going to begin taking notes and highlighting the information that you need to answer your question. This is where you're going to start looking for your good information and information that's actually relevant to your topic and that can help you answer your question. Make sure to give credit to where you found your information. Do not forget to cite. You wouldn't want to write this great research article and not get credit if somebody were to use it. So make sure you give them credit for using their information. So the main purpose of this step is to actually complete the research and gather information that will help you learn about or answer your question. Step 5 is synthesis. This is where you're going to organize the information that you found. You're going to start looking to make sure that you have enough information to answer your question. Remember, a sentence or two is not going to be enough to fully answer your question and conduct the research project that you're going to have to do for your teacher. Then, once you have enough information and you've organized it in a logical way, you're going to choose a way to present your information in an engaging way. Now, this could be a brochure, a persuasion paper, like a field guide on a natural park, anything sort of with pictures and information and something that you can present, like a PowerPoint or a brochure to pass out to your classmates, a flyer, things like that. So the main purpose of this step is to share your information with your classmates or anyone else who finds your information interesting. And you want to do that in a way that makes sense for the purpose of your research. So if it doesn't make sense to share their information in a brochure, you're going to find a different way. So step 6, the last step in the Big 6 process, is to evaluate your work. So you're going to ask yourself, does this project meet the assignment requirements? Your teacher may provide you with a rubric that you can check off if you've done these steps, or a checklist. So does your research answer your question? Do you fully have enough information to explain your question and provide listeners or people reading your brochure the answer with enough validation? And did you do your best work? Is this everything you could have done? Did you do everything you can think of? Check off the steps, check your rubric, write in complete sentences, give your best work for your classmates or for anybody else interested in your topic. And the main purpose of this step is to check your work. You want to go back and evaluate and think about, how did I do? Is this my best work? Is this going to be a good project to share with others? So in conclusion, the Big 6 is a beneficial model to help guide your research. By using the Big 6, you will end up with a very organized, cohesive research paper with enough information that you're going to be able to share with your classmates, your teacher, or anyone else. So, with that said, you're now ready to start using your research model and conducting research on a topic of your choice. Don't forget your resources and to follow the steps to begin researching. You have your resources in your handout, you have the videos to go back and use, and I'll be there to help you throughout any step of the way. So I look forward to seeing you come into the library so we can begin your Big 6 research project.